Good morning, everyone. Here's your weather hazard briefing for eastern and central Idaho for today, Wednesday, July 24th. We have more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Although the amount of moisture around the monsoon push today is a little thinner, so to speak, we still have some localized heavy rainfall. We might have to deal with a few places that might have a little bit of a flash flood or debris flow risk today. It is lower than yesterday. It picks back up again tomorrow as the monsoon push is a little stronger. Now, in terms of critical fire weather conditions, red flag warnings are in effect today for portions of the central mountains. We may see more red flag conditions for tomorrow elsewhere across central and eastern Idaho. We do have a mix of wet and dry storms for today. Now, tomorrow it might be leaning back more towards wet thunderstorms producing wetting rains. But like I said, we do have that locally heavy rainfall threat. Now, with things starting to thin out, the moisture especially moving out in the next couple of days, we have a warming trend coming. It's going to be back up to where we've been, maybe just a tad bit cooler, but because we're at that time of year, temperatures are more typical with these 90-degree plus temperatures. Not necessarily heat risk issues, just more of a very long-term dry and warm trend continuing here in our area. Looking at all the cloud-to-ground lightning strikes yesterday, we had over 600 strikes across the region, so quite a bit of thunderstorm activity did occur yesterday with those heavier storms and the monsoon moisture. We have a little wave working through this morning. We might have a shower or storm around the central mountains early on this morning around sunrise. We see more monsoon moisture pushing in from the south. Like I said, it's a little more thin today, but we do expect showers and thunderstorms. That deeper moisture to the south works in for tomorrow afternoon and evening. Looking at the weather and impacts outlook matrix, you can see we do still continue to see some moderate to major impacts in our highlands where we have our red flag warnings out for the central mountains. We are expecting more of a major impact issue. For tomorrow, we actually might see a break in the Magic Valley, also maybe a break as well across the Sawtooth area and the Wood River Valley area. Might see just a thunderstorm or two in the mountains. Otherwise, just be kind of breezy in those areas, not much of an impact there. But as you get into the higher elevations, once again, we do have that risk of showers and thunderstorms and heavier rain. Tomorrow it looks like some pretty good impacts possible over the southeast highlands, the northeast highlands, and also up into portions of Limhi County, especially east of Highway 93. We really dry out over the weekend. We might actually run into some critical fire conditions across the Snake Plain and Magic Valley up into the central mountains with the wind on RH starting to rear its ugly head again. Without thunderstorms, we just go from one critical fire weather condition issue to another. And for Saturday, that may be an issue across the Snake Plain. If we don't hit red flag criteria, it's just going to be breezy and dry, and it's just overall hot and dry again as we head through the weekend. Looking at how things are shaping up, we're going to take a look at our forecast here in terms of where we're going to see thunderstorms for today. As we go on this afternoon, you can see that activity developing over the central mountains, also across the southern highlands. That shifts off to the north and to the east. I have a feeling later on this afternoon, this evening, some of the higher resolution models are picking up on it, not necessarily here, that we're going to have some isolated showers and thunderstorms across the central mountains, down into the South Hills, extending up through the portions of the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, up towards Monida Pass. And that may be true, especially after we get in the overnight hours. We might still see a few thunderstorms across the area. But by tomorrow afternoon, basically the highlands, once you get away from the South Hills, the Wood River Valley, the Stanley Basin, also the western part of Limhi County, west of US 93, we're going to see thunderstorms picking up again across the area, at least potentially pushing towards scattered thunderstorm coverage in those areas. Now, looking at the smoke, we had some smoke rolling in yesterday. As we go on through the day, we'll see some more pockets of smoke moving through. Some of it will be more thick in places than others. That southwest flow continues. It looks like by the time we get towards tomorrow, or later on tonight into tomorrow, the smoke kind of lets up a little bit, but we'll start to see that smoke moving back into our area as we head towards the weekend. And you'll notice by we get into later on tonight and tomorrow, a pretty good band of smoke. That's from the fires in California. It's going to be moving into the Central Mountains, also into the western parts of Montana. So moving back to where we're expecting for rain today, most areas just seeing a few hundreds, but we still have a decent potential of seeing some areas over a quarter of an inch of rain in pockets across the Central Mountains, also up towards Monida Pass, back to the west towards Limhi County as well. Otherwise, any other showers will be just producing some light precipitation. Temperatures for today, we should see temperatures picking up a bit with more sunshine across the area. Some places in the mid-90s this afternoon, 92 in Chalice. If you're heading up to Island Park, mid-80s, near 90 down towards Bear Lake. And outside of thunderstorms today, some wind gusts picking around 25 to 30 miles an hour in a few spots across the area, and that will continue into this evening. For tomorrow, those winds do pick up once again, and you'll see they're a little bit stronger. Some of this is the models trying to pick up on the thunderstorm wind gusts tomorrow, but some of this because we have a little storm passing by. We do expect some of these ridgetop winds in the Central Mountains to push maybe 30 to 35 miles per hour for a little bit tomorrow afternoon and evening. Temperatures for tomorrow within a degree or two of today, might be just a little bit lower simply because we might have a little more cloud cover, that little stronger push of monsoon moisture coming through for tomorrow. And there are those wind gusts for tomorrow evening. Like I said, they'll try to expand out into portions of the Snake Plain up towards Island Park, the Centennials. That actually is likely due to a band of thunderstorms moving across that area tomorrow evening, and then we start to see the winds die down and then pick up again Friday across the area, and temperatures picking up a degree or two versus Thursday. And Saturday and Sunday will start a very slow warming trend. And like I said, it's going to be hot, maybe just a little bit lower than where we've been lately, and it's just we're actually not that far above normal now. We're a little bit above normal, not many degrees above normal like we've been before we had this thunderstorm and monsoon moisture moving into our area. So like I said, we continue with showers and thunderstorms today and tomorrow. That's leading to some critical fire conditions, red flag warnings over the Central Mountains today. We may need them in other locations for tomorrow. We do have the potential of some flash flooding, localized flash flooding and debris flow risks in our mountainous locations over the next 48 hours. Otherwise, we really start to dry out, but it's not going to be warming up too much as we do that. Have a great day out there, and do stay safe, everyone.